And I got it turned around right. All right, here's them dinner rolls, y'all, that I almost forgot.
They're like buns.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll just have one apiece instead of three apiece.
Like buns, didn't it?
All right, here goes, y'all. I told you, get your Dramamine. Oh, the star of this show ain't here.
Where's he at?
I don't hell if I know.
Oh, there he is.
Y'all, this is one hodgepodge mess.
This is a hodgepodge right here, I can tell you. It's Lippified.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're going to go over this little growing station. We done
Before we sit down.
Kind of simplified this year.
I'm going to back up so y'all can see it.
Seen, well, every year until this year, we have had these lights, okay? Now, you know, on your lights, you got different styles, but most of them on your lights, you have 2 or 3 different ways you can mount them. You can either pop the cover off, screw the base straight in, or you can use clips, or you can use chains. Well, most of the time, we've always used either string or chains. So you had a string or a chain on each end.
Correct.
So to adjust it, you got to go in here, each light, keep moving it, one at a time. Well, that's a lot of moving. Before we had 2 per shelf and had these stacked side by side. So this year, to simplify it, I just took this table that she's had forever. All right.
About 20 years.
Yeah, it has been about 20 years, ain't it? Now, I'll tell you, the table's so old till you'll see right here.
Let me get down.
You see right there, I got foam laid on it. It's a hard plastic top, but it's got a bevel in it. So in order to make it flat, I put some 3/4 foam I had on it, so you get good retention to keep the heat to the tray. Because if not, you'd have a hollow spot there, wouldn't get the right heat right in the middle. So we put that on, and we bought this new ceiling mat for her.
Yeah.
This is a 4-foot mat, and it's 20 by 7.5. These are 10 by 20 trays. So when you turn them long ways, they're 20. This mat's 20 3/4 by 48 to 4. So you can put 4 of these.
472 cells.
Okay, so you got 4 72 trays. All right, I took it and I built on each end. I just built some uprights out of 2 befores we had. If you'll see right here, you see a slot cut in there. I just took my table saw and I done a plunge cut, and I cut a 3/8 wide slot in there. And then right up here, you'll see I built a frame, and I'm gonna turn it. I'll show you. It will swivel. All right. You can angle it any way you want to, but I built a square frame.
Let me back up.
And then I mounted the lights to the frame. So now it's got a 1 3/8 bolt that goes through these slots on each end. And then I took on this end right here. You picture a little wing nut, right? Well, you know, Miss Lippy, her hands, whatever, don't work real good, so I built some big wing nuts. All right, so you can loosen this wing nut. You can adjust this up or down any way you want to on both ends. So you can raise and lower this. She can raise it that far and lock it down, go to the other end. She won't be doing drastic moves as they grow. She'll move a little at a time. But she can adjust this, and if they start wanting to grow to one side or the other, once this is tight, it's there. But she can actually angle the whole frame if she wants to put more sun that way or light, or more light that way. But these are full spectrum lights. So
what are we using? 10,000 lumens
this is 10,000
total.
lumens.
Let me back up.
That's 10,000 lumens. And this seed tray here, that these seed trays are sitting on, this mat right here, the old mats, there was 4 mats, 1 for each tray, or however many you had, but we had 4 of them. And each one of them I had to run and plug in to a strip, right? And the old mats would only get to 70 degrees if you were lucky. This mat here
maintains 90.
You can go up to 90 degrees with it. Well, you want to keep the heat in that tray. You
between 80 and 90.
Condensation in there right now. And y'all know she just done this on the prior deal that y'all seen. So it's already putting condensation in there. But this will be simplified because when we get done this year, I'm going to do these 2 wing nuts. And I can take this frame with the lights and all on it, put the cord with it, and then I can unbolt, take 4 screws out and take these. I can put the 3 pieces together, zip tie them, put them up on top of the shelf, save them for next year. They won't get damaged. You got 3 pieces. You can still use a table for whatever you want. Next year, you pop them on there, you got 3 pieces, go again. So, worked out pretty good. We're gonna see how it works this year, but I believe it's gonna be a whole lot easier than going move a link, move a link, move a link.
And we also have a timer that came with.
Excuse me. And this timer here, you got a 9-hour, a 12-hour, and a 15-hour.
And I will be running 15 hours consistently because we're in the garage. Now, when I start acclimating, that's when I'll drop the timer down. But usually it's 14 to 19 hours, y'all, when you're using grow lights. All right, let's me figure out how to turn this around. Let's sit down and
We'll sit down and
have a little conversation.
conversation.
Okay, let's see. How
Can you
does...
figure it out?
Sweet Jesus. I don't
Sweet
know.
Baby Jesus.
Wait a minute. No, that's the
Hit
computer.
the button.
Hang on. Let me get my glasses on. You know, for someone that's a hell of a mod, I can't video for nothing. Let's see. What's this? Oh, there I am. Hang on, y'all.
There I am.
Am I there? Oh, yeah. I just got to sit down.
There's your chair.
Okay.
Go.
There y'all go. Now let's see what y'all got. Oh, the rolls.
Them look like hamburger
There's the
buns.
rolls. Y'all want to see what they look like on the inside? That goes with our supper tonight. Let me just show y'all. I
Yeah.
put these together this morning.
They big as your hands.
Y'all look. Y'all look at that. Look at that roll. Now they done sit here and got cold.
They ain't cold yet.
Ooh, but they eat good.
The only thing been better if you'd brought a big old thing of butter out here. We'd have went on and ate them right now.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of sourdough. Because I don't fool with my starter. Y'all, I had
Now
mowed
we
till
can see.
11 today.
That thing's bright.
Oh, Miss Frankie, I think I told somebody that I needed to do this roll recipe. And I forgot. This is my mama's roll recipe, and I sure will do it. So, this live was for y'all to ask Buddy any questions you wanted that maybe I didn't film just right, because we really didn't know how to work this with him. And he's just been home, y'all, 10 minutes.
Maybe.
Just 10 minutes. Okay, my first seed starts. I'll show y'all what because I'm spitting stuff everywhere. I do peppers
No,
first.
Marjorie, I ain't got no brothers.
And the peppers that I did
Got a lot
was,
of brothers in Christ.
I did cayenne pepper. I did hot peppercini peppers. There's more. Let's see. I did some Greek pepperoncinis. Tabasco, I did 2 rows of this. You reading the chat? And I did some poblanos.
Allison, I got 4
Mamma
screws in each
Mia's.
side going into the table.
And, of course, bananas.
It's a metal structure.
But I'll be doing more of these because this is what the grandkids eat. Some yellow Mamma Mia's, which is nothing more than a macaroni. It's just the Hallstool brand. And the Carnival blend bell peppers. And then here's a California Wonder. I usually stick with these because I make pepper sauce. I cut all my bells up for cooking for next year. So I always stay the same. And guys, you saw some of the brands. That's the brands that I use.
Mike, Michelle, I'm a service manager at Resource Energy Equipment, and it's we basically do oil and gas. We revamp natural gas compressors. We do frac trailers. We do. I run the engine division where we build engines for frac, oil and gas, and so we do a little bit of it all. Yeah, I told them it's
okay.
connected to the table. The table is actually a metal structure with a plastic top. So I just drilled into it and put 4 screws. I can pop them off and put it up, put them back in next year.
He's been with Cat 20 years. During the COVID, they trimmed the fat. And y'all know what that is.
Yeah. Start top, work down.
Year later, made a big mistake. And he just went right back in, same everything. But yeah, that's what happened.
Miss Darlene, it took me about, I don't know, hour and a half to build the frame and the upright. Them slots, I actually just, I mean, you can do it with a skill saw just as easy.
Hey,
I done it
darling.
on my table saw, but I just done a plunge cut with a skill saw or a table saw, and then it's 3/8 bolt going in there, so I just cut a 1/2 inch slot where I'd have plenty of slack, and the ends where your saw don't cut, I just took a little old jigsaw, or you can take a little coping saw or a chisel and knock that piece out, and then you got a slot in there.
Hey, Stephanie. Yeah, the day he was doing that, we had the grands all weekend, the 3 grands. And so I was in the kitchen. This was Saturday, I believe. Yeah, Saturday. And I had come out. I knew he was cutting on his table, and Mo was cutting something I didn't know. And I just checked on him, let him know supper was going to be in a few minutes, and I didn't ask. And I came back out after supper to see what they was doing, and Mo actually had built a cross for me. It's probably
That's right, Monkey Food Garden. You sure could.
3 feet tall. And I looked and I said, "What is that?" Which I knew, but I said, "What is that?" He said, "It's your new growing station." Because this was the rack right here, y'all.
That black plastic rack was where we had it before. But you got a monstrosity of
wires
chains and wires, and this you got one plug out there for the mat and the light, and you just move it wherever you want.
Did you answer her that you could? Okay.
Sure could.
I'm glad you got it, Miss Vicky.
Do that.
So I think this is going to work out great, and because we have more lights, I want to build now. I'll have to find me another 4-foot table. This thing's 20 years old, but over the next year he can maybe find material, something lightweight. I can't move wood, and maybe we can make another one. I don't know yet. Or maybe use that one and come off the sides. We'll just have to see.
Well, if we can get enough material, we'll just
change
build
was
it.
hard for me. I'm going to tell y'all, all these years I dealt with chains. Because we used to have it in our master bedroom. Now, the stand was much, it was way longer. It took up a wall. But I had to really work those chains, and y'all, I couldn't do them. They'd get this way. I'd lose one because we had a lot of wires, or what do you call it, plug-ins.
I mean,
plug-ins.
Every light's got a wire coming off of it. Well, when you do move the chains, depending on where it is, trying to keep the wires out of the way, it will actually twist the light, just the tension of the the electric cord itself. So your light would turn the angle of it, so it wouldn't be hanging straight. It was a pain, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, I'll rent him out. Heck yeah, I'll rent him out. Give me a break.
Yeah, ain't lying.
He keeps me busy, y'all. I tell you, my list is this long while he's gone. I'm lying.
The list gets bigger as we go.
I am lying. Oh, and before we end, this is what I did, and I didn't do the video. Remember, I told you I was going to start on some herbs. Now, I do mine by stages, y'all. So, really and truly, it'll be 10 days to 14, and I'll do another round of other herbs, and then I'll start incorporating my pollinators. I've got a madness to my method because our last frost is March 7th.
I got to start hauling dirt.
I wouldn't trust that with a stick. I always go 3 weeks, 21 days. Then they go outside, but I can take this and I can set them right outside this garage, 10 feet, to start acclimating. Now, I will, once that dome comes off, once they sprout, okay? The dome's going to come off, and I'm going to put a isolating fan on them because that's going to strengthen them. Just like in nature when you direct sow. You've got a burst of wind. You got, changing of temperatures. So of course, I'm going to do something different this year. I'm going to bring y'all everything that I do. Every step.
I've actually got some plastic rolling carts. They're a 2-shelf rolling cart. And she can set these just set them right off on it, and she can roll them out in the sun, bring them right back in. Set 'em
Sylvia,
back on
I
here.
will direct plant these plants 21 days after March 7th, depending on the weather. It could go 24 days, but I always give 3 weeks after which would be yours. So March 7th is our actually last frost date. Don't trust it. I've seen a frost in April. But rule of thumb is, because it was the 17th, this year is the 7th. So rule of thumb is 21 days. Just watch your moon, check the weather.
Yes, she
You
could.
can go
Allison.
25. What's that?
Pop on some castor wheels on the table.
And
She
we
just
do
roll it
have
right out.
castor wheels, and I happen to
I've
know
got
where they're
castor
at.
wheels.
I know
I've
where
got
they're
them
at.
carts that she just rolls in. She can set them on it and roll it out.
Well, Miss Debbie, I promised him that
But
he
them
could help
castor
with the
wheels
other
will be
ones.
good.
But I'm going to let him direct sew some stuff, too. He
Oh,
wanted to...
He will sew it up.
He was here today till 11, and I made sure I didn't do this till after he left, because he was quite busy
I'm
today.
thinking about. I ain't even talked to her about this, but I'm thinking about.
Hey,
going
Miss
ahead,
Darlene, he's got an idea for that.
And I've got a box out there that I'm not using, just a wood box I brought home. It's about 4x4. Thinking about setting it in one spot over there, getting dirt in it, and give Mo some seeds and let him plant.
And let him just...
Let him come on, see what happens.
But tell Miss Darlene about our neighbor up the road. We might have found another blessing, y'all.
Oh, which one you talking about?
Not Larry, but the other one with the truck thing.
Yeah. One of our neighbors up the road actually has I'm going to say it's a 8-yard dump trailer. And he don't charge a whole lot to haul, so I got to go talk to him. He's only about 4 houses up. See what he'll haul that compost for.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'm hauling it 2 yards at a time.
And we're having to
In
scoop
between
it.
work.
Yeah.
And then you got to shovel it all out. But if he can haul it, he's got a dump trailer, so he can back up here and dump it in the pile. That'll be a whole lot more, a whole lot quicker.
Well, and also, if Mo has his own garden, Mo won't so much be in mine, because if y'all remember, we had some surprises pop up where they wasn't supposed to. And
You'll
if
get a
y'all
surprise
remember,
pluck too.
he moves the white labels wherever he wants. The good thing I know what things look like, because if I was a new gardener, I'd be like, oh, is that what that's supposed to look like? So Mo likes to change things
They
up.
disappear quick.
So it's going to be good if he has his own garden. I'm not going to tell you he's going to stay out of mine, but hey,
No, he won't.
he probably won't.
Never happened.
But real quick before we go, I got to do chicken, and we're going to have some braised broccoli. Whoops. And I don't know if I'm going to do buttered noodles or if I'm going to do some rice. You know, some chicken rice or something. 'cause
Whatever
we're
it
having
is, I
chicken.
bet it's
I
gonna
bet
be
it's going to be
good.
good. But real quick, today I did Italian parsley. Well, half of my seeds I done throw the pack away, but I can remember. And then I did flat leaf parsley, some Italian basil, and yes, there's this is how I tape my seed packs.
Good old painter's tape.
I did 2 rows of lemon balm, more basil. I did thyme, oregano, and rosemary. And that's what I did today. Now, I will be doing more herbs in the next 2 weeks because this year, Buddy is building individual herb beds with the materials we have. So they all have a designated spot. But y'all saw we were working with 12 beds last year. This year, we're able to really utilize the full garden and the potential of it. And I also have engineered, is that the right word?
Engineered.
I have engineered, oh, and I've got some dill here too, but I didn't grow it yet. I didn't plant it yet. Anyway, I engineered something in my head.
That's
and
a bad place to be.
And I ran it across him.
Ran it right across me. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm looking at Wanda. She's trying to talk me into buying a green stalk for Mo. I can't afford a green stalk for myself, so I give Mo one. high tunnel is not in our budget. Now, but I could do a little greenhouse, which I will be needing one. And I'm probably going to go back to the one that Toto took off with 2 years ago. So with my brain and intelligence,
it's getting a little scary up in here.
I'm going to have a high tunnel. My whole garden's going to be a high tunnel. That's 2,500 square feet.
2,000.
2,000 square feet. But you're thinking, oh, you're going to do the whole thing. Nope. Every row will go up,
she wants
6
hoops
feet?
built over all
Every
beds.
one of them will have shade cloth, 40% dark shade cloth, capping, not all the way down, half mass, so they get airflow. I'm still shading them, but he's going to build it to where I can roll it over when I don't need it. What is it to go outside and spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and flop it back over, depending on where the sun is? That's going to be in the budget because we have all the material but the shade cloth. And I think that's going to work perfect with our situation, finances, and we'll reevaluate next year. If this works the way my mind says it's going to work, why not continue like this, and I can concentrate on saving for a greenhouse come this fall. Now, we do have an addition to the garden, and when I take y'all out for the garden update, which there's not a damn thing out there but some garlic and onions, but I have my 4x6 garden shed put together since last Thursday.
It'll be wood, monkey food garden.
So I have my garden
lumber
shed.
that I bring home from pallets and all kind of stuff that they have in the industrial complex up there.
Oh, that's smart, Amanda. But I think, oh, that sounds like Hollis's seed store. Oh, you're talking about Hollis and Nancy in Florida. Is that who you're talking about, Monica? I would assume that's Hollis. But my 4x6 garden shed is a year old. It was in the box. Yes. And it just got put up because it only had like 2,000 little pieces.
Oh, it's a bunch of them.
So Buddy and Grandpa took all day, and Buddy built me a flooring and all for it. So I have to show y'all. It's been too cold for me to transfer, but I'll be able to empty one of those old raggedy buildings that was here and have all of my garden tools and things that I use within a walking distance because they put it where the potato bed. You remember the potato boxes? That's where they put it, was right there. So I have to show y'all. But I hope I did justice with this premiere because I didn't know how to do a premiere. I asked Wanda this morning. She said, oops. As in, she can't help me. I got an iPhone.
And then she going to Lippify it and have you all messed up.
I
and
didn't
then go
know.
in the premiere and then
What
talk
did
in
I
the
do? Tell
premiere.
them 6 o'clock?
And then after, so she said 6 one time, then turned right around, said, punched in 5. And I said, you said 5:30. So, hey, here we are.
And this is what I did. I marcoed Allison. I said, please go on and tell them 5:30. Go find them. That's what I told her. Go find them. She says, but there's nobody in your premiere no more. I said, go find them over there. Go find them. She said, you better do a community post. I didn't even, did you read my community post? I might have spelled it wrong,
All right, Sylvie,
said it
glad
wrong.
you came in.
But anyhow, y'all, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any more questions, just email me. Buddy will answer them. Well, he'll tell me and I'll answer them. But guys, the reason why I did this in all honesty was, as I said in the picking out the seed video I did last week, there's no money in this. And it doesn't have to break the bank.
No. You want simple.
My seed starting mix,
inexpensive.
I've used the same stuff as long as I can remember they come out. Only they moved it to the bags. And I'll be honest with y'all, those trays were $6.50. The burpee bag stuff was $6 and something. And I only had to buy one bag because I had to finish what I already had. I just topped off what I had. Just don't let anyone, unless it's within your realm, convince you that gardening costs. It does, but it's not supposed to break the bank. When it starts breaking the bank, then you have to reevaluate. Either you got a money tree, or if you don't, I just spent $500 and I just lost my garden. So, you know, you can garden on a little budget as long as you gain knowledge. Knowledge is gained every year.
It's all what you make of it.
Yeah,
What
and
you
it's
want.
not science, guys. It's just simple, common sense. So, with that, we're going to end. And as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless.
God
and
bless.
I can't thank y'all for joining this crazy premiere and crazy live. But it was Lippy-fied.
No, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Love
It
y'all.
was. See y'all on the next one.
And that's right, Gina. I just happened to see that.
That's right.
You are right. Love y'all.